can just watch this video while I'm kind of talking. I don't know what's going to pop up later, but it's basically shows like a live photoshopping session, sort of. So you can see kind of how different like the person will look before and after. So yeah, ignore her. She's singing, but there's no song. Okay. So there's a common misconception across America that to be beautiful you have to be a size 2, and you have to have like the perfect body, the perfect hair, and the perfect skin. And if we are walking through the grocery store or like listening to the radio in the car, if we drive past a billboard, or if we turn on our TVs, we are constantly reminded of this image that we are expected to uphold. And the art of Photoshop and photo editing is mentally and physically damaging the youth of men and women around the world. Magazines who target young women create unrealistic expectations in terms of beauty by using these photo editing apps and with technological trickery. These advertisers gain money based off of this new culture of creating a female insecurity. With this insecurity, they are trying to gain profit for products because they know that by making the women more vulnerable and susceptible to like feeling bad about the way they look, that they're going to want to buy these products or like the makeup or the clothes that the model is wearing because they know it will make them look more beautiful. But the truth is that these women don't actually look this way. They have been morphed by computers to look the way they appear on the ads. A former magazine editor anonymously wrote an article where he said that he was disgusted and left the business because the other people around him who were changing the images would refer to it as more sexually alluring enhancements, where they took a model and she was already anorexic and they wanted to make her look healthier, so they would blur over her ribs and then they would morph her to make her chest area look larger so she would look more human. Rather than making her look smaller, they tried to make her look larger. And so other women like us in the room will try to achieve the way that the anorexic model looked on the magazine, and because of that, we will force ourselves to do like unhealthy eating habits or try to achieve that look in unnatural ways. So one of the first eating symptoms for eating disorders is actually the feeling of a poor body image, and 90% of women between the ages of 12 and 25 have at some point in their life dealt with dieting or nutrition habits that are unhealthy. And then I have a bunch of like stats to read to you that are actually really interesting. So 50% of commercials aimed at women mention physical attractiveness, and 9 out of 10 girls who are juniors or seniors in high school are dieting, and only 1 out of 10 girls in high school is overweight or, So 1/2 of the girls in the 4th grade in America are dieting right now. 73% of teens who abuse dieting pills and 79% of teens who self-purge, which means you like make yourself throw up, say it is a response to fitness magazines or the women on the front of the magazines. This is the end of the video. 80% of women feel that these images make them like feel more insecure, and there's this thing that a bunch of parents started called the Self-Esteem Act, and they made it to regulate the digital retouching of models in magazines and advertisements, but unfortunately because of the First Amendment that allows the freedom of press, magazines are basically allowed to post whatever they want, and so it wasn't passed. So I think that what needs to be done is they need to put a like sort of footnote or a like asterisk at the bottom of pictures that have been edited, so that kind of just saying this is not a real picture, we have morphed this person, this human, and like that way it's like you're not illegalizing it and you're not making it like you're not going against the Constitution, but you are sort of putting the warning out there so that people know. Children are growing up believing a lie, and the Growing Up Barbie experiment, they gave children little girls a normal Barbie doll that you buy at like Target, and then they gave them a doll that they made that is like the size of the average American woman, who is 5'4" and 140 pounds, and they gave the children these two dolls. And of all the girls, they all chose the normal Barbie doll, and when asked why, they said it's because she's thinner. So even kids in America are growing up believing that the average is not acceptable to them, and they believe that they need to be small. And supermodels and mannequins that we see in stores are actually, they're the size qualified to be anorexic. They are, on average, 5'11" and 109 pounds, which is literally disgusting because I'm 5'7" and I weigh like 120 pounds. So, basically, I just think that you can't define beauty by a nerd behind a computer morphing images and making these women look healthier when they're actually unhealthy, and we can't have our children grow up believing that beauty is defined by a view. It's defined by who you are and by the person that God made you, because God made everyone beautiful in His image. So I think that the photo editing business needs to cool it a little, and they need to kind of take a step back and maybe put a warning on there so that America will grow up in a healthy